Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to The Conversation. I am your host, AD, and today's episode is entitled, Dear Future Wife. We're going to fill in the blank with these two gentlemen here on our panel today. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Gary.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just Gary. Everybody know me.
Right.
Go ahead.
How you doing? I'm Charles.
Charles, welcome.
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
So I'm going to ask you guys a question, and you guys are going to reveal your answer to the world by holding up the cards you have in front of you. The question is, well, the statement really is, Dear future wife, I need you to be compassionate when, Gary, the Eagles lose a game.
It is very serious. I am dead serious. The Philadelphia Eagles is like, they're my wife before my wife.
Are you from Philly?
No.
Okay.
Born and raised in LA.
Okay.
I know it looks bad.
It
but
does.
Born and raised in LA, we didn't have a football team when I was growing up. So
Okay.
I had to pick a team.
That's true.
Donovan McNabb was sensational in the playoff game, and I was like, I'm rolling with that guy.
Okay.
And it's just something that built up over time. So I just find myself, when I'm looking at these Eagles games and they lose, it like kind of brings me down for the day.
So let's drill down on that. What happens to you when the Eagles lose?
Well,
what does that mean to you
Well,
emotionally?
first of all, when I'm watching the game,
Yeah.
I'm super into it as if like I'm actually there in Philly watching them play.
Okay.
Sometimes they make boneheaded plays and mistakes and stuff like that. It's just like, oh, it costs us the game. But it's something about when they lose, and it's just like.
So if you were watching the game, Eagles lose, and she's like, it's just a game, calm down. What's that do to you?
It's not a game.
It's not a game.
It's not a game.
Okay, it's more than a game to you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Eventually, like, I come out of it because it's
Yeah.
like, okay, game's over. We got next week.
Right.
On to the next one.
Right.
But for that moment, I just need you to realize that
Yeah.
I'm hurting right now.
And what would you like her to do in that moment?
Stay away.
Just you need space. You need distance.
Yeah. Please,
Okay.
just let me.
I need to
Oh, no.
brood for a minute.
Exactly.
Okay. My team lost.
Yeah.
I'm having a tough time right now.
Right.
And I need you to be compassionate in this moment.
It's very important. Please.
Okay. And understanding.
Right.
Okay. So now, if she just could care less about football, okay?
Then she should. Well, that's gonna be difficult
Yeah.
because I need you to care. Because we're gonna be an Eagles family at some point. You know.
Okay.
We go to Philly for games. Me, her, and my kid or kids.
Oh boy.
In the future.
Everybody's going.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
Man, this Philly thing is strong with you, brother.
Yeah, but
Okay.
this is just. I know it's not as serious, but this is
No.
important to me.
Here's the thing. Just because some people might say it's not serious doesn't mean it's serious. It's serious to you.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be things that are serious to her that may not be as serious to you. So she's going to want compassion about scandal, you know?
And I would just have to roll with that. And it's, I
And so
understand.
she has to show, if you're saying, hey, I need you, dear future wife,
Dear
I
future
need
wife.
you to be compassionate when the Eagles lose. And it's kind of sad that you just know the Eagles are going to lose because you're,
Not always.
well, you're saying when the Eagles lose.
No, I'm just saying there's going to be times where we can't win every single
Okay.
game of every single season.
Got you. So when that happens, you need her to be compassionate.
But AD, there is one other thing.
Sure, okay.
As important as that is, I need her to have compassion when dealing with family.
Dealing with family.
And dealing with my family personally. Now, I want my wife to understand that when I chose her to be my wife, that I'm always going to have your best interest at heart. I'm always going to look out for you.
I'm on your team.
I'm on your team, but I need you to understand that my family's crazy. And I have to I'm like the overseer of making sure everything stays normal.
Yeah.
And I need you to understand that
Yeah.
it's not me picking them over you. It's me dealing with them
Yeah.
and making sure they're good and you're good. So even if that means that I have to keep you all because there are times where family members get into it with the wife and instead of like the actual person of the family, and it always becomes this headbutting hostility. So I will want to make sure that dealing with that, I want us to be on one accord as far as.
So you want her to be compassionate when you're dealing with your family or when your family's dealing with her.
Right.
Okay, where's the priority? For you.
Always with my wife.
There you go, dear future wife.
Always.
He just told you, future wife, you're the priority, but be compassionate. His family crazy, okay? I hope his family's not watching, because I didn't call you crazy. I didn't.
I did.
That's your family.
Right.
Charles.
What's going on, man?
Dear future wife, I need you to be compassionate when?
When I lose my job.
When I lose my job.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, man.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah,
it really is.
Sometimes we lose jobs, and it's a tough time for you, and you need something specific from your future wife.
Right.
And that specific thing is compassion.
Exactly.
How is she going to display that to you?
Well, I mean, she has to be patient, and she has to understand that, you know, these things, they just happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of times there's pressure on the man to pretty much just be the provider and be the, you know, the protector of the family. So when the man loses his job, you know, he's dealing with ego issues. And, you know, a lot of things comes with that.
Yeah. So how can she show you compassion? I know you said patience.
Right.
But if you're at home because you're not at work.
Right. She needs to understand that I'm not just at home, you know, kicking my feet up and I'm watching TV and everything like that. That I'm filling out, you know, job applications. I'm doing something that she's not seeing. You know what I'm saying?
Now, let me ask you this: would you receive it as compassion if she slid you a couple classified ads? It's like, hey, take a look at these.
That kind of comes off like you might want to hurry up and get you a job. You know, you're pushing the
That's not compassion.
That's not compassion. That's just more like hurry up.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this: isn't that in a sense of her being helpful as your helpmate?
Could be.
It's like, hey, I saw this ad.
It could be.
There you go.
It really in the moment, it's all how it's said. You know, how she says it, how it's done, how she presents it to me. You know, I mean, just anybody is just going to take it wrong. If she's like, you know, hey, I just want to let you know, I found this for you.
Hey, did you see this morning?
Right.
You didn't hear.
Did you have your breakfast? By the way,
you know Walmart's hiring.
Well, speaking of breakfast, would that be compassionate if she's going to work? Okay.
Right.
She's waking up in the morning and she makes you breakfast even though you're not. Would you receive that?
I mean, that's another way of being compassionate. You know, she realizes that, you know, you're hurting from losing a job, and now that you have to figure out how to get things back to where they were, you know, because your finances may be down, and she could be taking on the whole thing.
Right.
So you
definitely her kind of building you up.
Right.
In that moment where you're down, you'll receive that.
Right.
As compassion.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's compassion to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, that's good. Would you say the same thing? If the scenario was the same, you lost your job, how would you receive compassion from your future wife?
I've been in this kind of situation where I had got fired from one of my jobs, and my girlfriend at the time, she really had to pick up the slack. So I wasn't able to take her out on dates how I would usually do, and you know, I didn't really have gas money all the time for my car, so it kind of hurt my pride having to ask my woman, because as men, we're the providers, we're the ones who not in charge, but at least leading. That's what it is. But ways that I noticed that compassion was given to me was even the basic conversation of, hey, I'm in your corner, I got your back, you like, no matter what. And sometimes what happens is, there have been times where some women, are quick to put out their own agendas in situations, and it's like, let me figure this out, because as a man, that's what I do. Right. You know, I probably don't have it together right now, but just give me some time, as patience, and I'm gonna figure it out. So it's like he said, it's how you come with your tone and your approach, as far as with your compassion being displayed.
No nagging. No nagging. Don't nag me about it.
So yeah, what would nagging sound like to you?
Nagging is, hey, did you get the job yet? Did you get the job yet? Did you go get the job?
Did you get it? Did you get it?
Did you call him? You sure you didn't call him?
Right.
You know, did you leave a voicemail?
So you want the assumption to be that you're on top of it.
Right.
And when the assumption isn't, and she's coming behind you saying, hey, and basically following up, did you do what you're supposed to be doing?
Right.
You're going to receive that as nagging you.
Nagging. Because if she knows her man, she knows that he's already in a position and that he's, he's trying.
Right.
He's trying, and if she really loves him, she would already know what he's looking, what he's trying to do for the family.
men, I can speak for us. I'm one. We like to be treated as adults.
Right.
Okay. I'll say adult men like to be treated as adults.
Right.
And so when the person we're with, the woman we're with, wife or girlfriend, doesn't play the adult role but plays the mom role.
I hate it. I hate it. Like I already have. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go.
I already have a mom who's super like. They're the naggers.
Right.
They're the first ones that's like. Did you eat?
Right.
Did you sure you ate? Oh,
Like,
how was
did I
work?
eat?
Yada, yada.
I need to eat to survive. Yes, I ate when I was hungry. I'll do that again at some point.
Yeah. So, but go ahead.
No. When our wives or our future wives or girlfriends or whatever, when they step into the mom role, checking in and making sure and following up, then we're like, hold on, I thought I was grown. I thought I knew how to handle my life. I was doing it before you.
Right.
Now that you're here, I need you to make sure I'm on task. When that's the default, then it throws us off.
Right.
And usually what we do, and you
We
guys
get
can tell me,
defensive.
either defensive or shut down.
Right.
Now, what would you say, Charles? Would you say you get defensive or would you shut down in a situation like that?
I would probably get defensive.
Okay.
Only because my woman should already know how I am. And as a man, my job, like I said, is to provide.
Do you know how many people you just offended by saying my woman? As a side point, I'm sorry. But go ahead. I know what you mean.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
You don't want to, like she should already have wanted you with me for a reason. So you already have expectations of me anyway to be a certain kind of man for you.
Right.
So, hey, I lost my job. I'm going to find another.
I'm going to handle it. I'm going to take care of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you won't have to worry.
Would you say, Gary, you get defensive or shut down?
I'm opposite. I mean, there are times where I do get defensive, but I shut down.
You just close her out.
Yeah, and it's not even just shut down from her, but it's like you shut down everything that I'm into. You know what I mean? Like when you are nagging me about, oh, you lost your job, have you found anything and things like that, and then like if there's an opportunity to go hang out with the fellas, I'm not going to want to because I need to find a job. You see what I'm saying?
You kind of crushed that spark that you had.
Yeah.
She kind of crushed that spark.
And it's like, oh, how can you afford to go do something when you don't have a job? And it's just like, okay.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm just going to shut down everything. I'm not going to do nothing.
Yeah.
So it becomes deeper than just the nagging. The nagging leads to me not wanting to do nothing, which leads to me not being productive in everything that I'm doing. So
yeah. So in both scenarios, what I would find a better approach for my future wife or my wife. I don't have a future wife. My wife.
your wife.
Is to encourage me, but encourage me in the word.
Right.
Like, if I'm down, I'm already kind of beating myself up. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm already kind of like, golly, my job is to provide. I'm not doing it because I don't have a job right now. If she came with the word of God and how she sees me as the leader of our household, provider, protector, and encourage me in the word, do you know, I feel like I have a cape on and I can run out there and do anything for for our family. Like it doesn't matter. Like I'm gonna leap this tall building. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm gonna do it. But she does. A lot of times, women don't see the power that they hold with their men. Like they are major influences in our lives. As single men, I'm sure you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff you've done that you wouldn't necessarily do, but you've done it for a woman.
Right. Absolutely.
Or money you wouldn't necessarily spend, but you spent it on a woman.
Right.
It's because of the power and the influence that they hold over our lives, and a lot of them don't know. They don't know how much they actually...
We actually value their opinion.
Right, we do. We pursued you, future wife.
Side note.
Because we desire you. We desire them. And we respect their take and their input in our lives because they're so powerful. But when they take it and they take advantage of it and start beating you down, unintentionally a lot of times because they don't know that they have a giant hammer in their hand. You know, they don't realize they're swinging a giant hammer. They're just saying, I'm trying to help you. You know, it's like, you just knocked me unconscious.
All the way out.
Right.
All the way out.
When they misuse their tool, then it deflates us and we're done.
Right.
That's why I can feel you guys when you say, I need you to be compassionate when, because I don't think women realize how much we need compassion from them, because we take a lot of the world on our shoulders as men of God who want to do it the right way, right? Who want to be leaders, who want to be providers. We put a lot on our shoulders, and when we fail, and we do,
Often, okay, come on.
You know,
Often.
We need somebody there to be like, you're okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Would you guys agree?
Yeah, and I would actually expect it to be from someone that I took these vows and I made a promise in front of God and in front of all the witnesses that are there. Because a lot of people, they come to the weddings and they're like, I'm here to see. But no, y'all are all witnesses to make sure that we hold each other accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And being that I made this commitment in front of God, which is Supreme Being, the number one spirit and the person that I answer to, the very next person that I have to answer to is my wife. So, and I have you in human form, like right here in front of me that I see every day, I grow with every day, I'm building with every single day. I expect that we're always here. So especially when it comes to the compassion of dealing with my loss, because I'm gonna give compassion when you're losing out on certain things, you know, when you're dealing with your family or stuff at work, or they cut some of your hours at work. The kid got in trouble at school. You know, if you don't feel like cooking, I can have compassion with my cooking. You know,
that's a big one, bro.
I'm just saying.
Sometimes the ladies that we're with, they want to be compassionate. They're trying, they're putting forth the effort, and their heart may be in the right place. But the actions don't necessarily convey compassion to us. We're different beings. Men and women are different. We receive things differently. We see and hear things differently. Sometimes we have the blue glasses, they have on the rose-colored glasses. You know what I mean? So do the ladies who are watching today, one of which could be your future wife.
Hey, how you doing? I like long walks on the beach. No, I'm joking.
Did you go to the long walks to the beach?
Long walks to the beach. Okay. I like my women tall.
So yeah, we're gonna have to put your social media info at the bottom.
Right at the bottom.
Do the ladies a favor who are watching this right now, and kind of give them an idea of what it means to be compassionate. And if you need some framework to think about it with the job loss scenario. But speak generally. Like, what would compassion look like to you, Gary, in that situation? How could she be compassionate to you?
Compassionate is giving encouraging words just throughout the day. You know, if I'm, let's say I did lose my job, and if I'm at home working on apps and things like that, and I get a text message saying, hey, babe, just wanted to say I love you, I appreciate you. I see you working hard. You know, that's just like, oh, babe, you know, you know what I'm saying? So that is a way of showing compassion. Sometimes it's like that unspoken truth thing where it's like, if let's say I didn't have the money, but your friends wanted to go out and eat, and you wanted to look good as if like the man's paying. If you were to like, hey, this is for later, on the low in between me and her, so that way I don't have that sense of like, my ego is still intact. Everything that happened is understood between me and her. So that's a way of showing compassion.
Okay, Charles, what would you say in the same situation? What would compassion look like to you?
Compassion would look like to me doing the same things that you would normally do. You know, with just a little bit of added gestures to kind of make me feel secure. You know, like, oh, babe, you know, I see, like pretty much what he said, like you're working hard. but you know, taking me out and be like, you know, oh yeah, I want to take you to dinner.
Yeah.
Do something special for me, kind of.
So it sounds like encouragement is like the theme.
I want to be compassionate is in another form for me is the feeling of knowing that you're not going to leave my side, even though I'm going through this negative space in time. You know? I think having me feel like that, like I don't want to have to go out and be like, dang, I ain't got a job, but that guy does, so she might leave me.
Right.
So just having that compassion of knowing, like, reassuring me, like, we're in this together.
So here's what I hear from you two. I hear encouragement and security.
Oh, and also knowing when to back off.
Knowing when to back off.
Got to back off a little bit.
From.
Give me my space.
You need some space and time. Okay.
Because you're going to be feeling like, I'm already feeling down, and then, you know,
you don't need
a little
anybody
distant.
to pile on.
Right.
Understood. You know what I didn't hear from you two is advice. Like advice is compassion. Usually,
Man, I don't need no advice. No, I'm
no, I usually
like, honey, you should do this. Maybe you should wear this tie.
Yeah.
Like that kind of.
Yeah, that doesn't really come across well.
Nah.
I don't think.
I mean,
We're so ego
and
driven. It's just like we're just like dominant. So it's like we're supposed to have it together.
I'm
already.
personally okay with advice.
Okay.
My only thing is how it's being perceived.
Conveyed. Yeah.
It's all in the perception.
given out.
Presentation.
Yeah.
You know, she come with the big white chalkboard. Okay, so exhibit A. This is
Step
how we're gonna
one,
do
wake up.
Step 2, open the newspaper.
Take a shower. No, okay, I get it. I do get it. Ladies, I hope you get it as well. Hope this is helpful to you. If it is, how about you do this? Put comments at the bottom of this video and like it as well. And if you're not subscribed, come on now. You got to do that. Subscribe to this video as well. We'd love to hear your feedback on this subject matter. God bless you, and we'll see you then.